Already getting a ringing in my ear. Okay. All right. Welcome to your spiritual revolution guidance reading for the month of Gemini. So I like to do these readings for the astrological months. We are approaching the third month of the astrological year, which is Gemini, going from May 20th until June 20th. And Cancer, this reading is for you. Okay. So what is a spiritual revolution guidance reading? Well, we're in the middle of a spiritual war, and I believe many of us are being called to be a part of the spiritual revolution. And whether that means as a warrior, as a soldier, as a healer, as a guide, or some other kind of participant in the spiritual revolution, whatever that looks like, we need guidance in throughout this world right now. And perhaps, Cancer, you have felt this your entire life, more ringing in the ear. Or perhaps this is something that you have only become aware of recently. But if you are called to this video, then you are in the right place. So we're going to find out, okay, what is your forecast? What is the energy? What can you expect for this month of Gemini? And we will get your overarching energy as well, or guidance, and a number of other messages, like from the moon. We have the full moon in Sagittarius on May 31st and the new moon in Gemini on June 14th. And we will get a message from the moon. We'll get a message from your chakras and from the herbal astrology deck as well. Okay, so let's see. What is your overarching energy for this month of Gemini? And Cancer, Gemini energy is Gemini is right before your month. So this is leading up to your month. And sometimes it can be a little hard, I think, because Cancer, you are a water sign, you are empathetic, you are sensitive, and Gemini can feel a little bit cold. It's driven by logic and really detail oriented, and is air sign. And so Cancer, let's see what we've got for you. So your overarching energy is domination. That's fun. So Mars in Sagittarius, domination. And this tells me that you're done playing around. So Cancer, I think, like I said, okay, I was kind of saying at the beginning, you're empathetic, you're sensitive. And often Cancers, you guys are misunderstood and seen as, I know, some of the stereotypes are the crybaby of the zodiac and things like that. You're very sensitive. However, you are tough. When we think of Cancer, the crab, you have a hard outer shell. Yes, you're protecting your vulnerable insides. However, you've got these fierce claws and all these legs and can move quickly. And, you don't want to mess with a Cancer. I think Cancers are really, really misunderstood. And when they want to take control, you can. You are cardinal water. And cardinal water is like it can be a hurricane. It can be a rush of a waterfall. This is like when you first turn on the tap and it sprays you in the face. Cancer is not to be trifled with, messed with, or underestimated. And that's what you are going to show this Gemini season. You are stepping into your power. You are stepping into your confidence, and you're stepping into this feeling of control, of, like, I'm tired of being misunderstood. I'm tired of being underestimated, and I'm going to show the world exactly what I am here to do. So, whoa, that is intense. That is exciting. Wow, good for you. So your kind of background energy is the Fool. So this year has been like a fresh start for you. You are you've wiped the slate clean, whether this is in your work, in your relationships, in your environment, in your friendships, in or everything altogether. And you've said, you know what, like, I know that there are many things that have not been working for me, and I am ready to let those go and start fresh. And so that's what you've been doing this astrological year since the start of Aries season. And so that's like the past 2 months. And you are ready and willing to take on the world. And that is exciting. Like, you have, I think, like, what's coming through is that you have been reassessing every single thing that's been happening in your life, and you don't want to continue the same crap anymore. You are you're ready to finally lead the life that feels authentic to you, and that means starting fresh, because Cancer, you've been living for other people until today. I'm just going to say it. You've been living your life under this expectation, under these, what's this word? There's a word that I'm looking for, but basically, it'll come to me later. But basically, what's happening now is you're saying, my life is mine, and it's time for me to take control. It's time for me to actually live, to stop thinking about everyone else and putting everyone else ahead of you, and playing in this smaller, safer energy than you really want to. And I'm here for it. Good for you. And what that's allowing you to do during this month of Gemini is embody this King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups is someone who is so in tune and aligned with their emotional and inner sense and their intuition. And my crown and my third eye are like just vibrating right now, because I feel like you, Cancer, you are so intuitive. You're so psychic. You're literally ruled by the moon. And, I believe that a lot of our psychic energy comes from the moon. And you're going to start really trusting it and listening to it, and understanding that all of the answers are inside of you, and that you are so powerful, and you can connect with the universe, and truly recognize every feeling that comes up in your body, and know what is it trying to tell you. So your feelings in particular, Cancer, are not random. They are not something that you should ignore. In fact, your feelings are feelings that are filled with information, whether that's about what you need to do going forward, what you are surrounded with, what you should be consuming and taking in, and how it is affecting your well-being. All of your feelings are trying to tell you something, and you are going to feel so connected to them and able to really understand, okay, what are the messages that are coming in, and to feel this sense of peace and inner knowing that you can't go wrong when you're trusting yourself. So that's very, very exciting. And ultimately, where this is going to bring you is to this Ace of Wands energy. And I feel that this is very much connected to this domination card, because Ace of Wands is a fiery new start. So yes, you have been reassessing and moving forward and reclaiming your life. And now you're really ready to start making these changes, to act upon it. You have seen what it is that you want, and you are really going to start to feel and trust that that you know what you want, that you know what's best for you, and now you're going to start to act on it. So what does that look like? What have you been manifesting, and where is it going to take you? And I want to say to really trust in that and know that once you make this decision to move on this path, things are going to happen quickly. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to slow you down. You're not crab walking, you are crab running. I don't know. Okay, so let's get a message from the moon. We have, like I said, the full moon in Sagittarius on May 31st. We've got the new moon in Gemini on June 14th. And so let's see what the moon has to say to you. Okay, it has to say two things. New moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Okay. Cancer, you feel everything, and not only your fears, but you feel everything that is happening around you, and you pick up on the energies in the world and in your friends and your family and your community. And there has been a lot of energy this year around keeping us in fear and keeping us in certain vibrations. And I think you have been picking up on a lot of that, and your fears have been coming to the forefront. And I'm glad that this came up, because often when we're starting anew, that is a very scary concept, especially for Cancer, who kind of likes to, like, you like your comfort zone, you like to feel safe in your shell and have this tendency to retreat. However, you are stepping out of that, and by working through your fears, you are just going to become more and more successful in that. And then we have the full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Because Cancer, you are the nurturer. You want to support everyone in your life. And by starting over and doing these things and following your path, you're not doing it just for yourself. This is not a selfish endeavor. This is something you're doing to also help the collective of humanity. That's ultimately your goal in life, is to nurture and to be supportive. And of course, that's what you're going to do. Like, I had to pause there for a second, because it's like, why would you ever doubt that? Okay, don't ever doubt that. And as you work through your fears, your uncertainties, your doubts, you can only win. And full moon in Libra is like this fulfillment, this ultimate fulfillment of balance, of justice, of fairness, and that is what you are ultimately building, I believe. And by setting off on this new path and really doing what's right for you is going to be what's right for those around you. Okay, so let's see if there's a message for a certain chakra in your life right now. Beautiful, Cancer. Okay, that's the one. Okay, and it's just the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra, this is our center of creativity. It feels very connected to this Ace of Wands and this domination card, because it is the spark of creation. It is about getting things done and finding your path and starting fresh and really creating something that is going to leave a legacy. And okay, there's a message coming through regarding the sacral chakra, is if you're feeling any kind of block, then movement is what you need. You are cardinal water. You need to move. Maybe go swimming, or even take a shower, go for a walk, dance is a really great one. Moving your hips, something that promotes this sacral energy and removes any blocks that might be sticking in there. And that's going to help you to feel a lot more supported, a lot more prepared to embark on this next phase throughout this Gemini season. Because like I said, like this energy isn't always super harmonious with you, because it is quite different. However, I think if you are receptive and tapping into your sacral, your creativity, then you're going to really navigate this very very well, which will, you know, bring you into your season, which is coming up with the summer solstice very soon, which is very exciting. And we'll get your final message. Ooh, love it. Okay, so we have ginseng. Ginseng is the magician, and this is Uranus and Jupiter, and it teaches us that like ginseng, when I think of ginseng, it gives you energy, and it feels very related to the sacral chakra, Ace of Wands, domination, all of that, because it ignites the fire, it gets things moving, it feels very upbeat and exciting. And it reminds us through this magician that we can create anything. And you have a lot of skills. You have a lot of help. You are so spiritually supported. I'm feeling that so strongly, like the ear ringing and the tingling and the messages that I'm getting as I'm doing your reading. It's very clear that you have a lot of guides that are supporting you, and that you have this ability to create magic wherever you go, in whatever you set out to do, and to really connect with that. Like, don't doubt that you are a creator. You are a co-creator of the realm. What you speak is manifested, and I don't know, maybe if you, like, this isn't medical advice, but perhaps if you feel like you need a little bit of motivation, take some ginseng. That may or may not be a good idea for you. It's coming up for a reason. Maybe you just need to connect energetically to that plant, and that's all you need. But I'm super excited for you. This has been a lot of work coming to this point. And you are, like I said at the beginning, you are no longer playing around. You are not afraid. You are working through your fears. You are embodying the sense of trust in self and your intuition. And you know that you are fully supported to create this next phase of your life that is truly authentic to you. And you're going to do that by showing the world truly who you are. And I'm super excited. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to go deeper and you want a personal reading, let me know. I do personal readings as well. But honestly, this month of Gemini is going to reignite your creative fire, and I'm so excited for you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next month.